We are living in a perfect storm.
It is the most serious, severe weather event.
We're going to have to work out how we actually navigate that perfect storm as we step into the future, as we face the challenges of a world that is changing quite radically. We try to understand what are these waves of change. What are the things right now that might just be ripples out on the horizon, but they're going to grow over the next 5, 10, 15 years into these giant tsunamis that completely and utterly reshape the world that we live in. For more than 30 years, we've been helping clients do this. How does an F1 driver approach a curve? They brake before the curve. In other words, they understand what lies ahead of them. They design their process as they're going to go through the curve. Then they accelerate through the curve, which is the create side of it. And that for me was a perfect analogy of what we're doing, because all of us in business are facing dangerous curves, and we're facing them at speed as the world is changing. Something happened a year ago. Something absolutely fundamental happened that changed the way the world operated. That was science fiction. Before this launch, young Elon Musk said, if I succeed in this launch, it's game over for my competitors. Why would it be game over? Well, that launch, 1/4 the cost of his nearest competitor. So what do you do in your business? A new player comes along and cuts your costs not by 5 or 10%, but by 75%. Perfect example of the shifts that are happening across all industries around the world. And traditional business models as we know them are stumbling.
Sears Holdings, the operator of Sears and Kmart stores in the United States, today filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection.
More than 5,800 stores set to close. Rockport, Nine West, Abercrombie & Fitch, Gap, JCPenney, Macy's, either closing stores or shutting down entirely. This is the reality of business today. So you need to ask yourself, what are the impacts? What are the opportunities? Is this an opportunity, or is it in fact a threat? What's happening in the world is not about your industry. It is a fundamental reboot of the total operating system of how we live, how we do business, how we actually exist on this planet. There are new rules that are shaping this new world, and the way you run your business in the past is no longer going to serve you in the future. We used to base things on ownership, but now access is more important than ownership. Nobody owns the internet, and agile organizations beat rules-based.
The game has changed from a battle of devices to a war of ecosystems.
You won't recognize this gentleman's face. His name is Stephen Elop, and he was running Nokia when they were taken over by Microsoft. This is what the man had to say. We didn't do anything wrong, but somehow we lost. Is your company right now being brilliant today at what you do? Fantastic. But what about the business of tomorrow? What is strategy? Strategy is what you do today to make tomorrow happen. Unless you've got a dream, you're not going to fly. And you will sometimes stumble and tumble and hit the ground in a ball of dust. If you pick yourself up and go again, and we can help you build that dream, and we can provide you with the tools to actually make it all happen. If you do that, you can step boldly into the future.